OMG, so get this. It's the third week of preseason for the Saints, and they're throwing Spencer Rattler in as the starting QB. But seriously, their whole QB situation is still a total mess, with guys like Rattler and Shough. Thanks a lot, Derek Carr. It's not looking good in New Orleans. This final preseason game is like super important for figuring stuff out. After this week, teams got to cut their rosters down to 53 guys, and then they get a week off before the NFL season officially kicks off. So from the Saints to the Jets and everyone else, here are some thoughts before the last preseason game. The Saints really didn't get any clearer on who their QB is, and no matter how Rattler plays in this last game, it's not going to change how the Saints approach Week 1. Honestly, they should want Shough to start since they drafted him in the second round, thinking he's their future. Even if Rattler balls out in the finale, he's probably not who Coach Kellen Moore will actually go with. If I were Moore, I'd actually trust Kenny Pickett more than either Rattler or Shough. We can totally blame Carr for this mess, but the Saints just didn't do anything to make their QB room better. The best thing that could happen is if Rattler totally bombs, giving Moore a reason to start Shough. But if Rattler plays well, it just delays him getting benched later, you know? Okay, switching gears, Dylan Gabriel wasn't as hyped as Shedeur Sanders in his NFL preseason debut, but he did enough to make the backup QB battle for Joe Flacco really interesting. I bet he'll actually beat out Pickett and Sanders for that job and might even snag Pickett's spot on the 53-man roster. Pickett hasn't been practicing fully for like a month and didn't even play in any preseason games. The Browns probably won't get anything good for him in a trade, so just cutting him might be the smarter move. The only reason they'd keep him is because Gabriel actually looked decent against the Rams, even if he wasn't as good against the Eagles. Even though Sanders is hurt, he'll probably make the roster, and with some time, he could be a future NFL starter. As for Gabriel, since Pickett is injured, it's totally possible the Browns keep 3 QBs for Week 1.
This whole Cleveland situation is wild, but it really looks like Pickett is out. He hasn't had any game time, and even though he's a veteran, the fact that he's even fighting for a starting job shows he's nowhere near being a starter in the NFL right now. Now, for the Colts, Riley Leonard is going to start the last preseason game, and they're sitting Anthony Richardson. It's such a weird move because, one, they know Richardson needs reps, but they're not giving them to him. Plus, this is their chance to boost his trade value, not hide him. I get that the Colts are hesitant to give up on him, but seriously, what else can they do at this point? Daniel Jones is definitely not the answer, and Leonard is, at best, a long-term project. They seriously need to wake up and realize their QB room is a disaster, and if they don't fix it, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. The worst thing Leonard could do is play super well in the finale and make the Colts even more confused about their QB situation. Bummer for them, but benching Richardson, or at least not starting him this week, was a total mistake. It's going to bite him, mark my words. And Brian Robinson Jr. is basically done in Washington. The team held him out of last week's preseason game, and there were trade rumors flying around. While he wasn't exactly the star running back, he was reliable. And honestly, Austin Eckler is getting old and has had injury problems. Robinson is a guy who can be a consistent producer for them.